Welcome back as we head into hour 2 here of the time Cleaver. We have begun a war.
Yeah.
All right, roll that longbow shot.
All right.
The anticipation. Oh my god, he hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
Let me grab these guys' stats. I should have grabbed that during the break.
I can't believe Strippin actually hit something.
14 damage.
If you just hit the name longbow beneath where you hit, it actually will roll that automatically for you as well.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if I had it right, so.
Okay. Wow, 14 damage on... All right. You aim through the bushes, and there's a slight breeze. It ruffles your feathers, and as that breeze stops, you're like, I got this. And you let loose the arrow. You feel a bit of your feathers kind of brush up against as the arrow goes past, and it lands in the shoulder of the orc, who rears back now from his hobby, and he kind of looks down, and he begins to call, attack, attack, to the other orcs. Everybody roll initiative now.
Is that in Orcish though? What do we hear it for not understanding?
Raka
Orcish?
hears it.
Okay.
Raka hears it as attack, attack.
Yeah, well, I just looked at everybody. Well, they're coming.
Hey, 17.
Ooh.
Fucking 20.
Ooh, 20. That's pretty good. All right. So, sorry, just give me a second here.
Yeah, I was
There we
hoping
go.
Strippin was going to get a natural one as well.
All right. Raka, you are up first. You hear them call. You hear the orc as he calls for his companions to aid him. What do you do?
I am going to, let me see here, 1 second. Oops. Okay, duration. Cool. I am going to do bless on all the 3 of my companions right here. It's within 30 feet. Bless 3 creatures of your choice within range.
Nice.
Okay.
And
so
now,
yeah, roll D4.
Whenever any of you guys make for 1 minute, whenever you guys make an attack roll, you can add D4.
Okay.
Attack roll or saving roll, you add a D4.
All right. Do you move at all, or?
No, I just, to make sure that everybody gets their blessing, I concentrate and I put my hand out and whisper a very quick prayer. This is something that I've done many times before. It's one of the first spells they teach you in the life school, or what is it called?
The clergy, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and that ends your turn there?
So I can bless and move a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can move. And you also have a bonus action.
Okay. So if I pop out, like, they'll see me, like, right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to make my way to this guy eventually. But for now, I'll stay put. Let them draw the attention, because that's obviously what they want. And I'll keep an eye on them, heal them, bless them, do whatever I got to do in the meantime.
All right. Pine Cricket, it is now your turn. The orcs all have now turned their attention towards the bushes where the arrow has come from.
Okay. Trying to think if I don't think I'd say anything. I think I'd just, you hear like a bunch of joints contorting and bones cracking and flesh forming or unforming and then reforming as I shapeshift into a giant hyena and then walk out from the, I think I would probably, how far is that? Yeah, I'm just going to I'm not going to count it as the action lunge, but I just jump out of the bushes and lunge straight towards this orc right in front of us.
Alrighty. Giant hyena.
Yeah, so I have 45 HP now, and I can only bite, but I can also rampage if I kill the guy.
Okay.
D20 plus 5. 16. Does that hit?
That hits, yep.
2d6 plus 3. 9 damage.
Alrighty. You leap out of the bushes, and you just come running in, kind of sideswiping again, and you latch your fangs into this orc's neck and just pull. And you hear a disgruntled groan as the orc can't really scream, as there are teeth currently in his throat.
Great.
Okay.
That's what I like to hear.
And the other orcs now are like really kind of surprised at this. And that ends your turn there?
Yeah. I'll end it trying to wrestle him down to the ground.
Swoop, it is now your turn.
Swoop's gonna take. Is the one that Pine's on is still alive, correct?
Yeah, he's still alive. He looks very hardy.
Okay, I'm gonna take another shot at that one.
Okay. That misses, sadly. You try to aim, and as this orc is currently struggling with this giant hyena in his shoulder, like they're kind of wrestling with each other. Oh, yes?
He gets to roll a d4.
Right,
Yeah.
you do.
Add that bless.
Hashtag bless.
Hashtag blessed.
16.
Now it hits. It hits
There
now.
we go.
Okay.
As you are aiming towards this orc, it's really hard. You're trying to focus, but there's a struggle between the hyena and the orc, kind of like a wrestling between two very kind of savage-like creatures. And you are about to loose the arrow, but then you feel kind of a divine presence guide your hand slightly over, and you let loose the arrow. Roll for damage.
16.
Nice. And you let loose the arrow, and you hear a as it lands right in the middle of the orc's head. And the orc slumps down, and as it does, Pine Cricket, you fall down back onto all fours with the neck still in your mouth.
Did you mean to roll 2d8 there, Sam?
Yeah, I have Colossus Slayer, so if a creature's already received damage, I add an extra 1d8.
It's a lot of damage.
It's now the orc's turn. Seeing this hyena, State's probably going to go right there. He runs up next to you. There we go. Oof, that's a 19.
Yeah, I only have 12
plus
AC, so.
6, yep. That's so far. Sorry, just give me 1 second here.
Man, it's nice to have a DM that apologizes, because Adam's usually just like, you're fucking, get fucked. All right, let's move on.
It's kind of, I'm Canadian, so, you know. You take
okay.
12
So is he,
points.
though.
Yeah, that's true. So is he.
Yeah, he's like the other side of Canada.
He's the meaner Canada.
Yeah.
You take 12 points of damage as the
Okay.
orc just slashes the front of your arm. Not your arm, but your front paw.
Right.
And he kind of licks his lips a little bit and like kind of bashes his chest. Excited about combat.
Okay. I'm at 33.
This orc brandishes his weapon, drops his axe that he was playing darts with. This one is going to come up behind you and flank with his buddy.
Wait, which one hit? Which orc hit Pine?
This one here.
Isn't he dead?
No, there's
No,
4.
he moved. There's 4 of them.
Oh,
Yeah, we killed the one that we first engaged.
Right.
That's a 21 to hit. Oh, dear lord.
I'm real easy to hit. That's the.
Yeah, he's also flanking. I do flanking as +2 AC rather than advantage, so.
Gotcha.
Oof, you take an additional 8 points of slashing damage as you feel another blade slice up your hindquarters.
All right, 25.
All right,
Still healthy.
Crixie, it's now your turn. You see now your hyena friend besieged by quite a few orcs.
Oh, I did not mean to draw. I'm so sorry. How do I undo it? I meant
I
to
got
do.
it. There you go.
God damn it.
Good damn Pocket.
She's
Do
been
you have
playing
an
on
acid
Roll20
spit? Is
for
that
like
your breath
5
weapon?
fucking years, dude. 5 years.
I was trying to measure. They look similar, okay? I can go 30 feet, or is it 25?
You can go 30 feet. The bush is not that bad. It's like a little leafy shrub, so it's not a big deal. If you do try and go,
I'm a giant dragonborn. I'm gonna storm through that. Like, yo. And so I would like to get in between these three if I can get right there.
You would take 2 attacks of opportunity if you take that path, though.
Never mind. I would not like to do that. Can I go right there then?
Yeah, certainly. In fact, I don't know if this is metaing at all. If you want to go on the other side, you would also get flanking.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even know. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna go there then. I'm gonna get flanking. I don't know what that means, but
It's like a death sandwich, basically.
You get a +2.
they're both sides. Okay.
Yep.
So I want to do Hunter's Mark first on the guy nearest me.
Okay.
So,
That is, I believe, a bonus action. So
yes.
let's grab your spells.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. So you choose a creature within range. You deal an additional 1d6 points of damage to the target.
Upon hit. Okay. And yeah, I want to attack him. So
Okay.
Okay, let me go back, and I'm going to use my sword again. Ooh.
Nice. That definitely hits.
So then I do that.
What?
What?
Nope.
Wait, what happened?
Click longsword
click-
in the. There you go.
click the
Oh.
name.
There you go. You got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then roll a d6 now. Oh my god, nice.
Nice.
There we go.
17.
Very nice. 17. That's 17. That's brings it. Wow. Holy Hannah. Okay. Not bad. You mark with an arcane presence. You pull back your hand, and your training as a Vetreon paladin kind of kicks in. You see the sort of haze now to your target, and making him easier to hit. And as you do, you take your sword and you swing and you chop right into the side of his leg, and he staggers, but he manages to come back up and turns and sees you and snarls, gritting his fangs together. Roka, it is now your turn.
As he growls, you hear me just like growl back at him. Oh.
Are we having like a
It's a growl
four-way
off.
death?
It's a growl off.
It's a growl off. It's a growl off.
We got a hyena, we got an orc, and a dragon. So
Yeah.
we're good.
And then the owl's just in the bush. Woohoo!
Zeke, I think if you move there, you'd get a flanking bonus
Yeah.
on that guy.
Right.
He's probably more worried about the NPC though,
Yeah.
for his clerical
Well,
duties.
Not necessarily that.
Clerical
It's
duties.
that it would be better if I stayed back and let you guys do it. I mean, I can hold my own in a fight, but I think I'd be more effective from a distance.
Zeke, I think everybody's seen your stats. You're a one-man army. If you can.
No, but here's the thing. I knew after I rolled this, it was going to be like, oh, my stats are godly. I'm going to roll so shit.
that's how it goes
It's
normally.
always the way it goes.
That
Oh, you got
happens.
18? Not one.
All right, let's see. I'm actually just kind of.
If you were
Look
concerned
through here.
about, if you're concerned about the person tied up in the tree, you could do a dash action to run 60 feet.
Yeah, I know. That was my like option that I was considering. Like I could roll up to them, but it's just a matter of weighing whether we should take care of the threat and then check on him or whatever. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to pop out here.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'm going to go 30 feet over here and then just take out my skull mace and just have a swing at him.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Let's see if Zeke's.
Yeah, right?
eh,
Hey,
That
17.
hits.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then how do I do damage? Because I want to do it myself.
Just click the skull mace where it says on the chat, and it'll do your damage for
Oh,
you.
sweet.
There
Okay,
you
sick.
go. 6,
Perfect.
not bad. You run up behind the orc, and you reached out and like a whack-a-mole, you just kung over his head. You hear a satisfying cracking noise, and as you lift up your mace, it has spikes on it.
Mhm.
There are now spike indents on the back of the orc's skull, and you see him kind of reach back and kind of rub this new sort of asset to his head.
Oh, I totally glenned him.
you did glen him. It's true.
Pine Cricket is now your turn.
Both these have been hit, right?
Yeah. At this point, both have been hit. Yeah.
Okay, I think I've finally, even after it was dead, I was still kind of munching on that guy's neck, and I finally released. And I guess I will. Yeah, I'll turn to this one, and I would assume he's facing the dragon since he just got hit by it. So I will kind of go at the knees or the ankles and try to just bite him once again.
Okay, he's kind of staggered between the two of you, so he's kind of like half and half. Like he's really trying to keep an eye on both of you.
Okay.
But roll to attack there.
Do I get flanking on this?
Yes, you do. So you get +2
Okay, cool.
to hit. I just do
16?
that. Yeah. That hits.
2d6 plus 3, 4, 8 damage.
That's a bite, you said?
Yes, a bite.
Okay, you turn and you see he's got some armor on the front of his leg. You turn and like twist your head around, you latch into the side, kind of where the knee meets the lower leg, and you start kind of like ripping and thrashing your head side to side. The orc is managing to stay aloft, but as you kind of rear back your teeth, as it's kind of hard to hold on, you see blood just oozing out of a brand new bite wound.
Great. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Swoop, you now see all of your companions engaged currently in a murder conga line.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to break the conga line and attack this one.
Okay.
You got blessed.
I think it's gonna miss regardless, right?
Yeah.
14?
Still doesn't hit.
Yeah.
You once again aim your bow, aiming for the orc. You let loose, and then you hear a pa-king as it bounces off the pauldron of the orc and flies into the woods, and you hear a rah as a bird in the distance.
I've missed 4 times and hit twice, and I have +8 to hit. This is my life.
Sorry.
This is my life. It's the Kenku curse, dude, on roleplay.
This orc, kind of being hit by you, turns, and as he turns, this mountainous orc just snarls. You notice one of his tusks is missing, Roka, and he decides to target you. Okay, that's plus. Does a 15 hit you?
Zeke, what's your AC?
16.
All right. He turns with the war axe and he swipes upward, and you just kind of like dodge back, almost falling on your feet as the grass is still a bit slippery, but manage to level yourself with your mace in hand.
Yep. And then I just look at him, and then I say in Orcish, "Well swung."
This orc, seeing the biggest threat, goes for you. 15 plus 6, that's 21 to hit.
Yeah, I'm hit.
You take 9 points of slashing damage. As this orc raises up his axe, you lift up your arm to block it, and you block most of it, but you get a large gash down your shoulder. And the orc kind of spits and starts laughing, twisting his hands on the handle of his war axe. The other orc, seeing the hyena currently trying to devour his leg, is going to attempt to attack you. Oh boy, that's a natural 1.
Uh-oh.
He attempts to kind of swing, and as he does, he swings and his axe gets stuck into the ground. He is now prone. You have advantage on attacks with him.
Beautiful.
He's just like trying to grab the axe out. Crixia, it's now your turn.
The orc that swings at me as he hits, I sort of lean into him as he pulls his axe back, and I'm like, "Is that all you've got?" And then I swing back at him with my sword and attempt to hit him.
Hit. That hits.
And let's see. It's just 1d8, right?
Yeah. You could just click longsword on the chat, and it'll roll it for you.
Oh, like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then do I still add the 1d6?
He's not hunter's marked if you were attacking the guy who hit you.
Oh, you're right. I forgot to. Okay. Well, then yeah. So I do 7 damage.
All right.
4 damage. It adds the +3 for the crit on the right side, but you didn't crit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you rolled a 1, sadly.
Oh. I rolled that.
All right.
Good.
You take your sword and you go to swipe at him, and he also kind of like Roka leans back, but you manage to slice his cheek, and you can even see part of it kind of flab down a little bit, and he grips his cheek and he glares at you and snarling. He's very mad at the moment. Takes 4 points of damage. Okay. All right. Roka, it is now your turn. The orc who you hit in the head has currently a nice indentation, but also a very furrowed brow and a very angry gaze towards you.
Okay. Let's see. Then I will. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna smack him again. Got a long day ahead. Don't wanna. Only got so many spells to sling, so.
Don't forget, you still have the elixirs too, so you can restore your spell slots with that item.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
It
forgot
gives
about
you
those.
like 1 re-up per day.
Yeah, basically. That way you don't feel limited.
Okay, excellent. Well, how does this guy look like he's about to fall? Like he's.
He looks hurt. He's bleeding out of that wound now. But orcs are pretty hardy, so it's kind of hard to gauge whether he's kind of losing strength.
Sure. Okay. Then I will do. Let's see. Is that? It is touch. Okay. So after the swing, he swings back at me. I put my mace back, and then I just reach out my hand to like put it on his face, and I'm going to inflict wounds.
All right, click the spell and let's see what happens.
You betcha.
Oh God.
Inflict wounds.
Nice.
That hits. Roll for
Sweet.
damage.
Okay. 19.
Damn.
Oh man.
You
Wounds is 3d10.
Wow.
You reach out and you touch his chest, and as you've done, you see coursing through his veins these black necrotic tendrils running up his neck and his back. You see his gray skin go quite pale as he like gasps and clatters, and as you do, he falls backwards.
Yep.
Clenching.
As he's falling, I say in Orcish, "Don't worry, Hoketh waits for you."
Very nice.
OP, 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 OP.
It's a good spell. Alrighty. Pine Cricket, it is now your turn.
I will expend a 2nd level spell slot to heal myself for 2d8 as a bonus action before I attack.
Okay.
13, so I'm back at 38 HP. And then I'll once again try to sink my teeth further into this this orc's leg rather, and go for the killing blow.
This is with advantage because he is prone at the moment.
Nice.
He's still struggling to grab his axe out of the ground.
Okay.
And you have flanking too, so it's +2 as well.
Great. That's first roll. Let's see if I can crit. Nope. 16.
16, yep, that definitely hits.
Okay. 2d6
a
plus
+2.
3. 8 damage.
Okay. That's...
Is he dead?
Nope, you bite into his shoulder. This guy's a big guy. He's out of the other orcs, he's probably the biggest. You leap in, you chomp into his shoulder, and he's just like, "Rugh, rugh," and he kind of like shoves you off with his hand, and he grabs his axe again. He's definitely not doing that hot, though. You can tell he's currently struggling. He's having a hard time standing on that one wounded leg.
Okay.
Swoop, it is now your turn.
yeah.
Oh, are you? Sorry.
No,
are you
that's
done?
it. That's it. That's my turn.
All right. Let's have another butcher's at this one.
Okay. He's still prone, so you still get advantage. Nice, that
Alright.
hits.
18.
Nice.
Nice. And in a tragic story, as the orc pulls out his axe, like, "Yeah!" Suddenly, an arrow goes right by him, and he falls over sideways. Celebration cut short.
Yeah. Nice.
This orc currently engaged with you, Crix. Oh,
Sorry, can I just attempt to like move?
yeah, of course.
There we go. 1, 2, 5. There we go.
All right.
Cool.
Crixia, the orc, who's currently completely focused and engaged with you, he's going to attempt to swing at you again. And he rolls a 16. What's your AC?
It's 18.
18? Okay. So he swings and you just kind of puff your chest out and just it echoes across your armor as you once again yield that strong pose. And the orc kind of growls at you again, replying to your very vicious growl. It is now your turn.
So growl off. I'm going to swing back with my longsword. So.
Okay. That hits.
And then I click that. Yay!
Yep.
Oh, wait. Does my hunter's mark automatically transfer? Or do I have to say that? I didn't say that.
I'll be nice. I'll roll a 1d6. Let's say you transfer it over.
Okay. Oh, I have to remember that. So the rule is I have to say I transfer my hunter's mark from now on? Okay. Thank you.
It's okay. Additional 3, not bad.
Oh, 7.
Nice. Alrighty, Roka. As the orc falls down, kind of still clutching his chest, and slowly you watch as his hand falls lifeless. What do you do?
Zeke, that's you. You're Roka.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Oh, and the orc falls down in front of you. You suck the life out of him, and you watch as his hand slumps to the side. What do you do now?
I look back at Swoop, and I just say, watch for ambush. You probably have the best eyes. And then I dart for the NPC.
Probably. There's no contest. Swoop scurries up the nearest tree.
And I can do what is sprinting? No.
Dash, where you can run 60 feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to do dash action so I get up to him immediately.
Okay. So you're going to move up to the NPC. I'll just move you there. As you do, you notice the person, the priest-looking character hanging up is actually not a man, it's actually a woman. And they're currently, it looks like their head's been hit. It's bleeding pretty profusely. They're wearing a set of kind of like these nice goggles and sort of like craftsman attire. And they're currently like, they look up to you kind of blinking and they're just like,
Okay.
They don't seem like they're near death, but they seem a little bit roughed up.
Sure. On my next turn, I'll heal.
All right. Pine, Cricket, it is now your turn. You have the lovely taste of orc in your hyena mouth.
Yeah.
You even laugh a little bit, that yipping laugh.
The idea of killing this orc provokes a saunter behind him from me in hyena form. I'll once again, I'm just going for the waist at this point.
Okay.
D20 plus 7, 19.
That hits.
For 9 damage.
All right. You leap up and you grab his shoulder and you kind of tear into his shoulder. Crixia, as you're kind of engaging, you see as this mouth just chomps into the shoulder of the orc and begins to pull and tear at the flesh. Wait, which orc is that? Oh, it kills. Oh, wait, nope. Yeah, no, you kill him. Oh, wow, you kill him pretty dead.
Great.
You pull him down, and Crixie, as you're engaged, you watch as this orc is pulled down onto his back, and the hyena just goes to town, just ripping and tearing. And the orc is like screaming and pushing and trying to get the hyena off, but eventually you see the arms kind of to the side.
Yeah, I think when like after he's in his death throes or whatever. Whereas when I was a bear, it was more for substance and food. This is more just for the fun of killing these guys because I saw what they did to the forest as we got up to here. So I'll probably just desecrate the bodies by, pulling them apart, holding down a leg and making sure that's pulled off, etc.
Mm-hmm. They have a lot of armor, so you kind of like rip the armor off and just kind of tear into the ribs and whatnot.
Right.
They're pretty putrid, but as a hyena, you don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care. It's fine. Hyena life. And then I think out of the corner of my eye, I probably see Raka talking to the woman on the ground.
She's actually tied up in a tree.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
You see up against this person's hanging up at the tree. You also see axes like randomly hitting the trunk of the tree, as well as some in the distance that seem to have lodged into the ground. You see a few have actually hit this person, specifically in kind of like the side, kind of near the waist. There's a bit of a wound there, and you can see there's been a bit of punching going on in the face and potentially the chest.
Okay. Well, I do my best to gingerly untie her and take her down, and beckon the others over. And as they're making their way over, I ask, "Is anyone else injured or hurt?"
Thank you. And she looks over and you see the corpse of the other guy who is just paste at this point. I think he's a little bit beyond hope.
Mm.
Ah,
Fine. Swoop. Crixia, how are you?
There's like a little bit of blood going off my shoulder, but I just walk up. I'm fine.
Fine.
I'm just deep panting, like a hyena would be.
You watch the Rocca as the person in front of you pulls out from a very nice like leather pouch a red bottle and drinks it. And you see some of those cuts and bruises kind of seal up a little bit. Oh, I'm glad you came when you did. Thank you.
Absolutely. What is your name?
Margo. And she extends a hand.
Margo. And I shake it. I'm Roka.
Pleasure. I wish we could have met on different conditions.
Yes, we were sent by Colin. Do you know him?
Colin, he got away.
Yes, he made it.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. We need to hurry. This is very bad. The orcs have entered the outer sanctum of the temple, and if they get into the inner sanctum to the Time Cleaver, this could be extremely devastating.
Time Cleaver?
It's a reliquary. It's very powerful. It's what this temple houses it. You see this woman's kind of young. She's probably like maybe 18. She's wearing kind of like robes, but unlike Colin, very dirty. It looks like she's got like gloves on either hand as well. Swoop, I want you to roll an investigation check with advantage because you're a little bit of a kleptomaniac. And she kind of staggers to her feet and she goes, the orcs came. They didn't really want to bother with most of us. They just wanted to get into the inner sanctum. I'm concerned about the craftsmen inside, but maybe they sealed up. I don't know. I think the orcs may have closed the door behind them and activated the iron barring inside. I'm sorry. And she kind of staggers. She's obviously shaken as well.
How many more of them are there?
There were 3 more. Well, 2. And then there was the one that looked, I don't even know how to describe it. It is very odd, almost scaled. And she kind of shakes her head.
Is it anything like an orc?
It does. It has the fangs and then sort of the face, but something is terribly, terribly wrong with it. I'm not sure what.
All right. Well, thank you. Rest now. Is there anything we should know when approaching the temple that we should look out for? Maybe pitfalls?
Well, you can't get into the temple now. The doors are sealed. But she kind of rubs her chin. I could get you in. You've saved my life. Please let me help you.
Do you feel healthy enough to make the journey?
Well, I'm not going to healthy enough to fight any orcs on my own regard, but I can certainly help you get in.
Did my investigation yield anything?
You kind of scour around the orcs. You find 5 javelins.
Okay.
On each of them, collectively from each of them. You also notice the bedding pool on each stump. You find a cloak of elven kind. And you find on the other stuff, boots of speed. It looks like they were betting these items on whoever could kill Margo on the tree. As you're like chowing down, Pine Cricket, you also find something on the orc you're currently devouring. You find a small ivory statuette of a pelican.
Okay. I probably at first chomp think it's a bone, so I make like a second chomp and then realize it's not crushing in my vice, so I spit it out on the ground, covered up in orc entrails and whatnot.
Crixia, you watch as the hyena goes, and then you see this.
It's like a cat hairball, but not. It's the same type of thing. Spit it out. And then I would probably continue eating.
No, I think No, I think that I'm too busy like trying to hide that the wound. That's actually a pretty hefty wound. So I think I'm kind of like lost in it, and I might save my lay on hands. Never mind. I was gonna debate doing it, but I'll save it. So, sorry. I was debating whether I was gonna do that or not.
I think at this point I've had my fill. I've desecrated their bodies enough. I'll shape change back into a human once more, and swipe the figurine off the ground and make my way over towards the group.
Would I notice Swoop sniffing around like away from the party?
You'd notice him kind of going through the orcs and whatnot, and like checking out the items on the stumps there.
Sure.
Margo is actually okay at this point. Margo is just mostly shaken, if anything, and seems very scared. There's a lot of kind of anxiety and anticipation.
Okay.
Especially she's looking. You notice she's really looking hard at the temple, really worried.
Gotcha. Swoop, if you find anything of interest, you will tell us, will you not?
You turn and see Swoop, and somehow he's wearing new shoes that have magically fit his feet, and a very large elvish cape that is draped on the ground somewhat behind him, and he looks with a completely serious face. Yes, of course. There's nothing interesting here, just javelins.
What is this woman's that we're talking to? What is her name?
Margo.
Margo. Okay. Margo.
Yeah. Yes.
Do these vestments that Swoop has donned, do they belong to anyone, or perhaps you?
No. It belonged to the orcs. It seems they've taken them from elsewhere. He looks rather dapper, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. All right. Well, if you would lead the way, I think we should continue on.
Certainly. Time is of the essence. And she kind of sets out towards past the temple, actually into the woods. And you see her kind of searching around as you guys kind of follow her. I assume you guys follow her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She seems kind of like, okay, is it over here? No. Where was it? Oh, it's been such a long time. And you see as her leg kind of falls through like a brick, cobblestone brick sort of area where the grass has kind of taken it over. She goes, oh, okay, there it is. The entrance. Where's the entrance? I just follow this. And she kind of keeps going. Mind your footing. The ground here is not so stable. And she sets out, and you watch as like the hill dips. And as it does, you see a stone door that's currently been, and much to your contentment, Pine Cricket, the land has begun to reclaim it. There's grass and plants kind of growing into it. And Margo kind of grabs the door and just, she's trying to pull it. Come on. I'm sorry. I might need some help with this.
I walk up behind her, and I begin to grab with my hurt shoulder, and I do that, and I'm like, right. And so I grab with the other arm, and I start to pull with her.
Okay, roll a strength check.
Okay. Oh, that's a save. Is that the same?
No, you want to do, actually, let's do athletics check.
Oh,
Do an athletics roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
much better.
All right.
Margo is trying, not really giving too much. You just walk over, grab the door handle, and just rip it open without any sort of hesitation. And as you rip it open, you're immediately met with the musty smell of rotting wood and old cobblestone and sort of a deep kind of swamp smell. And Margo's like, oh, Lord, it's been some time.
And I just, lead the way. And I just sort of back out and try to get some more of the fresh air.
Yes, of course. I hope I can't really see in the dark, actually.
I look back at Swoop and I'm like, Swoop.
Yes.
You could see at night, right? Yes. I think you you talked about this earlier, the sun, and
Yeah.
lead the way?
Suit yourself. Swoop. You see, he like walks past you, and there's this cloak just dragging on the floor behind him. It's way too big, and he
As he
Pokes
walks
his
past,
head in.
I step on his cloak to like stop him real quick.
Okay. Swoop, as you're walking here, on your neck.
And
Swoop pretends it didn't happen. He ignores it.
How?
He's-
I'm not gonna let go. I'm just gonna say real quick, and don't go too far without us. So that's it.
Why would I? There's nothing of value here.
As he like glistens in all of his new adornments.
Margo.
He like whips his cloak round like a villain.
And now you're a Pokemon.
Margo follows in. She's actually staying kind of close to you, Crixia, kind of admiring you a little bit impressed. And as you guys enter in, you see streaks of sunlight peeking in from those open kind of cobblestone and like parts where the parts have fallen in. You see streaks of sunlight coming in. You see the dust kind of waving in the light. You see, Swoop, as you're walking forward, you see old clocks. You see old weird clockwork contraptions that look absolutely strange. You begin to hear a in the distance up ahead of you.
Swoop stops walking, and you see his head turn 180 degrees to face the group.
Margo jumps and just backs away.
It's fine. He does this all the time.
Wait a minute. Is there light in here now?
There's a little bit of light streaking in. It's low light.
Okay.
I know my eyes are better, but our ears are all the same. You can hear that, yes?
You all hear a woot, 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 and Margo kind of leans forward from behind Crixia and kind of like,
What is this noise? It does not seem natural.
Well, these tunnels used to be part of the main temple, but as you can see, they've kind of sunk into the ground. This is where we send our reject projects. Certainly nothing dangerous, I assure you. Just maybe be careful.
Perhaps you should be upfront with our owl
Me?
friend. Yes. Perhaps if the creature saw you first, they will know not to harm you. You are its master, are you not?
Creature? Oh god. And she kind of like this wash of realization kind of washes over her head and goes, maybe it's not this tunnel. Maybe it is. Right. Maybe, yeah, follow me.
During
I
this commotion,
take a candle out of my pack and hand it to her and light it with a tinderbox and hand it to her so she can see a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
Oh, thank you.
you feel it poking at your side again, Rocker, and it's Swoop, and he bundles the cape into your hand. He says, "It's too big for me. You can have it."
Thank you very much.
Marches off again.
How uncharacteristically generous of you. I examine. Does it look like it'll fit me?
Yeah, it should magically fit you.
Okay, so I just put
You
it
drape it
around.
on. It's even a little bit long for you, but it's very comfortable, very nice. It's got a little bit of grime on it near the bottom because it's been dragged across the ground for so long in kind of a damp environment. Thanks, Swoop.
Sure.
You guys hear the voot, 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 and as you walk, Margo kind of is looking side to side very nervously. You see boxes with like just crates of cogs. You see kind of old, dusty crystals that don't really look like they do much of anything. And I want everybody to roll a reflex save real quick.
What's a reflex save? Dex?
Dexterity save. Sorry, Pathfinder.
Gotcha.
Oh, old habits die hard.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
As you guys are all walking, you suddenly hear cuckoo, cuckoo, as a cuckoo clock launches out like probably a good 2 feet from its current position. And as it does, Pine Cricket, it hits you right in the eye. And you're like, ah!
I get hit in the eye, and
By
what is it
cuckoo
that hits
clock.
my eye exactly? Does it go
Fucking
into it?
It's a cuckoo clock, yeah.
Oh, okay. So just a thing pops out, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I should never. This is why I stay outside. I kind
You
of
get
like,
poked in the eye and you kind of want to instinctually punch it a little bit.
yeah. I push the cuckoo clock thing back inside of its wherever it came out of, whatever little tiny door it came out of.
You hear cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
Yeah. Can we please be going? I don't like being inside too long.
Sorry. Yes. And you guys keep walking forward, and as you do, the tunnel keeps going on, and it winds and winds. There's more, like, there's certain areas where there's lots of stuff, and there's other areas where it's just kind of barren. You do happen to see bats currently resting up. There's a hole near near the sort of the top of this tunnel. You see a bunch of bats currently resting in the shade, nestling and chirping with each other. And they all some of them kind of scatter when you come by, and then some others kind of turn with intrigue as you guys walk.
I can't turn it into a bat, so okay. Yeah, they just pass by. Is it
Pass by.
like, is it opening up again as we're walking out further down?
It's saying consistently, like, quite large. It's a reasonable temple. You get a sense of it used to be a hallway of some sort of chamber.
Okay. Yeah, I'd turn to Margo and say, Margo, please, let's continue. Lead the way.
Yes, of course. You see Margo's getting more and more nervous now. Roll an insight check, actually, on Margo.
All right. 11.
Okay.
Can we all roll or not?
Yeah, you guys can all roll. You hear her say this.
Oh.
25.
Oh.
Roka.
Roka, quite the people person.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Swoop needs to roll.
Roka, as you're walking with Margo, you notice she's kind of like, oh God, she's kind of mumbling to herself like, I thought he was disabled. I see candlelight up ahead. Oh no. Oh dear. She's kind of mumbling to herself.
Everybody hold for a quick moment. Margo,
Yes.
something seems to be vexing you.
Okay. She looks very uncomfortable. Look, I'm sure you are aware of the clergy of Oriar, maybe? We're kind of small. We make things. This particular temple houses a very important relic, and we wanted to, and she's walking as this is happening, and we wanted to ensure it was well protected. From the main city, we had someone visit us named Artemis. He was a creator of constructs, and so we tried to make a construct to defend the reliquary's room. It was going great, except he seemed to have become mildly sentient, and his runic components didn't seem to work so great. So instead of having to fight him to get past him, instead you have to, and as you guys kind of turn the corner, you see now, decently down the hallway, you see a room where there is a lovely dinner table and 2 chairs and a lovely candlelight dinner currently set. Yes, right. He, instead of fighting people, he flirted with them. He was sent down here as a reject, but he might still be functioning.
So you said he's sentient. Does that mean he can be reasoned with?
Well, yes, I guess. I mean, look, he would wander around the crafts room and he would, I don't even know what to call it, flirt, I guess, schedule dates. It made us really uncomfortable, and so we sent him down here. I don't really know how you get past him. I assume you have to appease his, I don't know, romantic desires. I'm sorry, it's very odd. It was a terrible waste of money, and it did not go so well. And the fellow who helped us make the construct didn't come back, so that made it even worse. So we just put him down here for now, but
So this is a cage of sort, and you've led us into the cage with this thing?
I didn't know it was in this tunnel. There's 4 tunnels. And I didn't actually find out which tunnel he was put in. But in this, I think he's in here.
Well, shall we go to another tunnel, or?
I say we turn around.
I mean, he's harmless, but
Who wants to flirt? Anyone here?
The second
Swoop,
you,
you're good,
yeah,
right?
the second you say that nervously, you see a hand push the little owl man forward. Swoop, this seems right up your alley. Please indulge us.
Oh, see, I see Pine and I had the same idea then. Swoop, will you?
Swoop, as you're shoved forward, you kind of
I most
stagger.
certainly will not.
Come on, it's just a little flirting.
Hello. You hear a deep voice echo and shake the walls. Hello.
I guess it can't hurt. Swoop produces the pendant visibly in front of Crixia and just puts it around his neck. Here goes nothing.
As you walk in, Swoop, you see the table, and as you walk in, you see standing on one of the walls the largest construct you've ever seen in your life. He's about 8 feet tall. He's currently donned in what looks like ridiculous armor. He's like 8 feet tall and like almost 4 feet wide in just armor alone. He has these 2 piercing red eyes. He looks like a death machine. And you see he's got like, his arms are part weapon as well.
Quick question.
Excuse me one moment, would you? Swoop leaves the room again and just walks. He doesn't say anything. He just walks past the group and just keeps leaving. He's just walking back the way they came. He's leaving the tunnel.
Quick question to the DM.
Yeah.
As far as would I know if command would work on a construct?
Probably not.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
It's kind of a gray area. As
right.
Swoop, as you walk and leave, the construct chunk, 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 chunk begins to follow you. Wait, come back.
You see his head briefly turn 180. See that? He looks forward again. Just poker face. Just walks slowly through the group and keeps walking.
Oh, and the construct turns. You now see him too. You see this giant 8 foot tall construct. His head scrapes against the ceiling. And he turns down to Margo. He goes, "Hello, Margo." And Margo just kind of cringes. He goes, "Hello, Suplex Thunder. How are you?" "I am doing okay." And he slowly turns to the rest of you and he goes, "I see I have new guests. Wonderful." And
What was your
Margo,
name again?
whose name?
I'm talking to the construct.
"I am Suplex Thunder. I am meant to defend the reliquary chamber known as the Sheath."
Well, hello. My name is Roka. I see you've laid out a wonderful dinner for us.
"Thank you. I worked very, very hard on this."
It looks. Are there any smells, like cooking smells?
No, there's none. You just smell
Okay.
the grossness of the tunnel.
Okay. It looks wonderful. You have an eye for decoration.
"I do not have eyes, but thank you."
Well, it's a turn of phrase, if you will.
I see.
What would you like from us?
"I would like to learn of human romance. It is my focus of interest."
Ah.
And then you hear from behind a pillar. "Oh, thank God I'm not human." And then he comes back out.
So, if I tell you everything I know about human romance or romance as a subject, will you allow us to pass?
"I will give you the key of my heart, which will allow you to pass through the door I have installed down here, yes. But you must pass my 4 trials of romance."
Well, can I have a minute to think?
"It is bad to keep a girl waiting." "But very well." And Suplex Thunder turns around and kunk, 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 and you hear just scraping against the roof as this giant construct walks over to one of the chairs and doesn't even sit. It just stands at the dinner table. And you hear as the head just watches you. "I'm so sorry." Margo just looks up at you in horror.
Is
It
this
seems you have to wine and dine him.
our only way into this chamber?
This is the only one I think that isn't collapsed. Honestly, probably Suplex Thunder has been keeping it nicer for guests.
Mm.
And do you have any idea what this trial of romance is? I can only.
I know that he would ask us out on dates. He would ask us to write poetry and a few other things. Nothing severely, just kind of odd.
Nothing for you to do, Crixia. You're about as romantic as a rock.
I went on a date. Okay,
Really?
Yes, actually, just last night. I did.
I lean into Swoop's ear and say, "Well, at least the rock was hard to begin with." I lean back as if that's supposed to be the funniest thing you've ever heard.
Stroop doesn't understand the joke.
Oh
He turns his head 180. I don't get it.
I'm going to try and get more information. And I kind of just approach, but not too close. Suplex. May I call you Suplex?
Suplex Thunder.
Suplex Thunder, then.
Thank you.
These trials that you have laid out for us, are they for one person or or can one person do them all?
We could do a double date. That would be nice.
Can you tell us any more information about these trials?
The first trial is the poetry trial. You must write me a poem that will make my heart, or lack thereof, flourish with love. And he raises both hands in the air and then raises them down.
All right. How about the second trial?
You have to complete the first trial first.
Okay. So
There are stages to romance.
a girl needs to keep her secrets. I understand. All right. Well, what is the penalty if we fail these trials?
I will be very sad.
And I whisper like to the people back. I was like, we could just fail them and move on. I'm really good at failing.
If we fail them, we don't get the key.
Does this sadness involve
see,
anger of
Marty?
any sort?
I don't know what sadness is, only that if you break my heart, I am supposed to feel it. All I know is that the only way to get by is with the key to my heart, and if you do not appeal to the key to my heart, it will not open.
Oh, someone write him a poem.
Please verbally recite a poem for my non-existent ears. And he leans down towards you and stares right at you, Roka.
Yeah, Roka, you take a deep breath in, and I think we take a break so you can write a poem.
Okay.
So when we come back, we'll hear the amazing words of one Roka Atan, the poet, the poet of roleplay.
Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Beautiful. I like it. That was Strippin's fault. Okay, we put Strippin in there and he backed off. So
I have the worst charisma in the fucking group.
I actually have pretty good charisma.
Roka is the highest, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we'll be right back. Head into hour 3, and maybe we'll even hear a poem from Ezekiel III or Roka Atan. Really, we'll be right back. More role play after this. We'll see you then.